My name is Mercedes Wilson. As a talk show host, I talk for a living, but the most important conversations I have every day are as a wife, mother, and friend. Cooking is something I love because food has the power to nourish the body, but most definitely the soul. Join me for great food and conversation while we make some recipes for life. Welcome to Recipes for Life with Mercedes Wilson. I am Mercedes Wilson, and I am so glad you are with us today because I brought somebody who is a very good spice in my life, in the Recipe for Life. My friend Melanie, hey, and you got some Get Better soup for me.
Yes, girl.
Get better. Okay, all right, so let's talk a little bit.
Okay.
What do you have? What is it? What are these spices?
Okay, so you have onion powder, garlic powder, pink Himalayan salt, you got ground black pepper, and you got Italian seasoning, okay?
Why did you pick pink Himalayan?
Because it's just so much healthier for your body because the other salt has iodine added to it. And you want more natural.
Okay.
You know, being a cancer survivor, I'm very, let's get natural.
Right.
You know, even
right.
down to my chocolate, girl, even down to my chocolate.
Yeah,
okay,
I know.
Okay. So
I know.
the more natural, the better it is, especially if you're getting better.
Yeah.
The pink Himalayan and the salt content, it's almost like it tastes, the salt tastes better.
Yeah, I do love pink salt.
Yes,
I do love the pink salt. All right, so you're gonna cut up some vegetables that you add in your Get Better soup. Yeah. Why did you name it Get Better? I just want to know.
Okay, so what happened was, my mom wasn't feeling well at one point, okay? And I went over her house and I seen her and I was like, oh no, I'm not having, and you know my mother, my homegirl, right?
Yeah,
you know, that's my homegirl. And I was like, oh no, we can't have that, okay? Like, she's more healthy than I am. So to see her not feeling well, I'm like, no, we gonna fix you up. So I imposed my presence and spent the night at her house.
You don't do that.
And I spent the night at her house. Well, she couldn't do nothing about it because she wasn't feeling well, so she couldn't put me out. And I said, I'm gonna make you some soup. And she said, okay. And the reason she said okay, and the secret ingredient, I don't see right now, I need a chili powder. Because when I cook, my food, you gotta put Vaseline on your lips. It don't taste right unless you add a little Vaseline. So you know, it's just not right until you add a little Vaseline to your lips. And then it's good.
For the heat.
And then it's good. For the heat. Yeah, so that's when it's good. Okay?
Okay.
And
so you're cutting up the red and the orange and the yellow pepper.
Because you need color. Even when you're not feeling well, it's something about the color in your food that makes it appetizing. Just you know.
Color and Vaseline.
Color and Vaseline. You need that in your food. You know,
okay.
You cut up a little bit of pepper. Now you need some hardiness because when you're not feeling well, that don't mean you ain't hungry.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So you need some hardiness. So I believe in the potatoes, and I also believe in leaving the skin on. Okay.
Ooh,
the nutrients is in the skin of so many things that we eat that you just want bite-sized pieces.
Now, I've never left the skin on in a soup. I have in like my mashed potatoes, but never in like a soup.
Oh no, you got to do it in your soup. How you gonna get better without the skin? That's good. That's nutrition.
That's good.
You know, so you have that, and then this is my friend. This is onion. Oh.
But you take the skin off of that, right?
I do.
Okay.
When I take the skin off of this, and even with the peppers, you know how I save these ends?
Can I put this in a bowl?
Yes, please do.
Okay.
With the peppers, and you take those ends, and you put them in a freezer bag in your freezer, okay? Because you can make your own veggie broth, okay? I mean, for those who have the time. For those who don't have the time, I understand buying it in the store, but you take the skins of your onion, and you take this whole thing, stick it in a freezer bag.
Even with the crunchy?
Yes.
Okay.
You take that in there.
This too?
You take that,
all of that?
Stick it all in the freezer bag because what you're gonna do is once you accumulate about a gallon bag of it, you're gonna take it and throw it into a big pot, just full of water. Okay, boil it till you feel that it's ready for you. So it might take about 30 minutes. Okay. Okay. You scoop it out. You put it in a cheesecloth. If you don't have cheesecloth, find you an old sheet that you don't use anymore that's clean, or even a pair of old stockings you don't have, and you strain. An old sheet? That's clean. I hope you ain't keeping no dirty sheets around. You know, it's a clean old sheet. Oh. Yeah, you know, you cut a piece of it. Okay. You know, and you strain it. Okay. You know, because you got to be resourceful. You know, I'm a single mom. Right. So I'm going to find resources.
Well, no, I hear that. I'm just thinking an old sheet.
An old sheet? Yeah, you just cut the clean part. Cut the clean piece, okay? And then you scoop it in there. You strain the rest, strain it
Yep,
in there,
yep.
and make sure, like, even you have when you're pouring it into like your gallon bag or anything, have a little strainer to catch the seeds and everything if you didn't catch it all.
Yep.
Throw that in the freezer, but don't fill the gallon bag all the way up because it will explode. I experienced that.
Right.
So when I do the onions, I don't dice. I cut it like this because you're gonna have whole pieces like this.
Okay.
Into your in your soup because it's just gonna be tasty and hearty. And when you have little pieces, so you take them and then you're gonna break it up in the soup.
Okay.
Because it'll get nice and tender in your soup, and you can just get those veggies, and then you cook this and these all together.
Okay.
Initially.
So you're putting the beans and the veggie broth or water together. I'm a dry bean fiend. I love my dry beans. Okay. Why? Because they don't expire. They stay forever. But you can do canned. If you only have canned, that's fine. Just rinse your canned beans. When you do your dry beans, okay, you take these first and you put them in water, let them soak overnight, pinch of baking soda, because you want to get that gas out. You don't want to make them get better with gas. You just want them to get better. Right.
So you're trying to get that gas out of there, okay?
Okay.
So once you've gotten your dry beans all cooked nicely, and you can put all of this together and it just boils. So that's about 30 minutes.
Okay, so all of that goes with the beans.
Beans, yes, for 30 minutes.
Okay.
Then at the 30-minute mark, you take and you throw in the kale. Okay? Throw in the kale. You let that cook for about another 10 minutes. You throw in the mixed vegetables, okay?
Okay.
You let those cook and let everything simmer for about another 5 to 7 minutes, okay? Because this is frozen, so all it needs to do is just get warm.
Yeah.
Okay? Throw it all together, and then you can take the heat. You can even lower if you want to cook it a little longer, as long as your water doesn't evaporate. So that's why we're doing as much water as we did.
Yeah.
And if you need to add a little more water, fine. But you definitely have to have your chili powder because that's what is the kicker on it. And so, just hold on, put your Vaseline on, and there you go.
Oh my God. So the Vaseline is for your lips.
Just for your lips, yeah.
So that they don't burn when you eat the soup. I didn't put any Vaseline on, folks. I didn't put any Vaseline on. This soup is good though. Yeah. So the thing about it is it's spicy, but I can't stop eating. So this is one of my survivor sisters. Yeah. Breast cancer survivor sister. So she is near and dear to my heart. One of the things I love about Melanie is she is very health conscious. So this meal is plant-based. Talk a little bit about the importance of what you put in here and what it means to you.
Well, the first thing is one of the reasons that I start with water is because I also think from an economic perspective, especially when you go through the price of breast cancer, your funds get funny. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and then when you're a mother and you're single, it's just your mindset really goes from the finance. So, if anything, starting with the water, but also with the kale, you need the greens in your body. And onions are phenomenal for you, and so is garlic, and so is fresh vegetables. But the beans are your protein. Because you always ask, where do you get your protein? Your beans. You can get it from your beans. You get it from your greens. The same place a cow gets theirs. Okay, but that heat actually works on your metabolism.
It works on more than your metabolism.
So with that all being said, I just think it's important to be healthy. With a little bit of fun on the side, but you can also be hearty. It's a hearty dish.
It is. I'm so mad at you, but I'm so happy you made it at the same time because the heat. But it's so good that you can't stop eating it at the same time.
I see that you keep going, right? You're like, whew.
Yeah. So Mel, I have to ask you before we go, if life was one big bowl of spices that make up life, make up a good life, give me a good spice that you can add to this bowl that makes life good. What do you need in your life?
You gotta have chili powder. You've got to have chili because if you don't have heat, you don't have nothing. See, everything else is just so normal and bland. But when you add some heat to it, it gets you moving. It gets you up in the day. It gets you going with life. Even if it's just go get you a glass of water, it's gonna get you up. So you need heat, you need chili, you need powder, you need cayenne, you need that heat.
And you need hot people in your life too. She's that for me. She's that for me. So on top of getting some chili powder, get a hot friend in your life. That is a recipe for life. And thank you so much for joining us. Try this recipe. I promise you, your loved ones will love it. And in the process, spend time, make memories, laugh, enjoy each other, because that is truly one of the recipes for life. For everything you need to know about what we made today, head to our website at mercedesewilson.com. I'm Mercedes Wilson with Recipes for Life. I can't wait to see you next time.